Welcome back to the group chat. It would not be a group chat morning if I didn't have the most insane 45 minutes of my life. So I literally said the very first solo episode I did for season 3, I was like, I'm never doing it in the morning again because it takes me a minute to wake up. Like I need 2 to 3 hours to wake up. I'll set my alarm for 7:30. No, I'll set it for like 7:15 and I'll be up by 8. Like that is how long it takes me. Also, you guys, this jacket is like hefty as hell. But I was trying to be cute for you guys, like farmer girl. I'm taking on a new role. I'm trying to be housewifey. Speaking of which, I'll actually get into in a second. But I have my coffee. I drank a little bit of it. I already filmed a little. Let's do some ASMR. I filmed a video. I'm awoken. I'm woke. So I'm having a fabulous morning. I have 45 minutes to record. Actually, more like 40 minutes. 5:35. Yeah, I have 40 minutes. I have a workout at 11. A bit of a busy day. Should we move this? Do you guys want to see my outfit? Okay, so I'm wearing this vest is from Zara. So cute. Tube top Aritzia. Jeans H&M. These are literally my favorite jeans. They fit me perfectly, and I think they were actually $30. Shoes are cheetah print from Zara. I go through phases with Zara. Sometimes I really love it. Actually, no. When I was younger, here was my thing. All of my friends were like Justice kids. You guys know like the lore behind Justice. Should we even honestly? Yeah. Do you guys? Is this a weird angle? I can't see. Am I to the side? You know what we're going to do? We're going to shift a little. Sorry if you're listening on audio and always have to hear me talking about what's going on video. But honestly, no, they're both great. A lot of times when there's a video version of podcasts, I don't listen to it. Even though I enjoy video podcasts more, I don't listen to them because I listen to podcasts in the car. So I can't be having like video on there. But what was I talking about? Here we go again with my glitching. I think like a week or two ago, I posted, give me some ideas for the podcast because I want to know what you guys want to listen to. Like who better to ask than the ones that are listening? A lot of them were like, last week I did family based and then things like that, like what it's like growing up Armenian and this and that. Today, we're going to talk more dating, talk about dating. If you guys, sometimes I have to explain to people why this podcast is called The Group Chat. So I started the group chat last year, May. And I'm like, okay, what should I name it? My family helped me a lot. My sisters and my brothers-in-law. I came up with so many names. I literally can't even remember the other ones. But I'm like, okay, group chat stuck with me because I didn't want to limit myself to only health. I would never do a podcast based around health. Like I would fall asleep talking. Although I do talk about health a lot. I'm not an expert. Health, I didn't want to only talk about guys. I didn't only want to talk about this or that. Like your life, I want to do this for life, literally until I'm like 80 years old, sitting down being like, hi, welcome to the group chat. Welcome back to the group chat. And I didn't want to limit myself to just certain topics. My favorite things to talk about are things I talk about in my group chats. So that is why this is called Le Group Chat. So we're going to start by recapping LA. Once again, I was in LA. Literally might as well move there. It was a little bit of a stress a few days before because I didn't know where I was going to stay. I always stay at my brother-in-law's family's house. They're literally the most amazing people in this world. They let me just like stay with them. And that is like, I always know like I have a place to stay. That's how they've made me feel, which I'm so grateful to them for. So I usually stay there, but they were all out of town. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, am I going to be able to go? I stayed with my best friend Friday night. Then she went back to school. She goes to school in Pepperdine. She goes to Pepperdine. And so she went back to school, and I'm like, okay, then what am I going to do Saturday night? So I just stayed at a hotel Saturday night, and it was honestly amazing. I loved being by myself. Something I always tell, like, when people see me going out to eat alone or doing this, and that alone, they'll be like, wait, you like to do things by yourself? I love to be by myself. It's honestly one of my favorite things. And I've come to the conclusion that, have I always been that way? No, I haven't always been that way. When I was younger, I would be like, I could be with my friends from the moment I wake up to the moment I sleep every single day. I could be with them every single day. No breaks. Anytime I would come home from like a sleepover at my friend's house, we would literally FaceTime and then talk more, which is the craziest thing. I am not like that anymore. I love to be by myself. Like, don't get me wrong. Okay, here's my like two sides of the scale. I'm very social. I love to be with people. I love to talk with people. Like, to my core, I'm a yapper. You know, at the end of the day, I have a podcast. You can't have a podcast if you're not a yapper. So I do love to chat it up. But I think because I do like to talk so much, I also need my time alone. And I feel like I'm talking all day. Like when I'm shooting videos and like, you know, this and that, I'm literally talking all day. God forbid I run into somebody. If somebody talks to me, my sisters and I always talk about this. Like if somebody talks to us and they're a yapper, like that's my thing though. If I run into you in public and it's not planned, I'm not going to stand there and chat it up. Here's my line. Here's my trick. And after I said this one time, when my friends hang out with me and we run into somebody and I do this, they're like, wait, you actually do that. And I do. This after a good hi, how are you, hello, if I sense they want to continue the conversation, I pick like a good moment and I'll be like, well, it was so good to see you. And I walk away. I'm with my friend this weekend. I love her to death, but she doesn't know when to cut the convo. I'm like, I literally just met her. We ran into so many of her friends. Let me tell you something about walking around in Glendale. If you're from LA and you're walking around at Americana or the Glendale Galleria, you're literally going to see everybody you've ever known, whether it's somebody working, somebody walking around, like you're going to run into somebody. And that's just not for me. I can't be standing there and chatting it up. I'm really trying to find where... I'm trying to find these questions, you guys. I post so many freaking stories, I can't find anything when I have to go back. Okay, we're going to find it and talk. We're walking around and I'm like, and she's not cutting the convo. So literally these people that I just met, I'm like, it was so nice to meet you guys. Like, you know, I cut the convo. Because ain't nobody want to be standing there like talking for 3 hours. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not trying to do that. Okay, we're getting hotter. I know it's somewhere over here. Okay, it's somewhere over here. Whatever, let me continue the weekend. So basically I figured out where I'm staying. It was a fabulous time. Friday I got there and I had a little bit of alone time. It was so nice. I'm such a liar. I didn't have alone time. I went to my best friend's house from the airport. I had like a second alone while she drove back from school. We went and had sushi. It was probably one of the best sushi meals I've had in my life. It was insane. I don't know if it was because I was starving or what was going on, but it was so good. We went to Kabosu, which is always like my default. Kabosu's always my default sushi spot, and Yumi. Those are my two favorite. And Kabosu and Yuzu, if you ever are in LA, those are the same. I found it. Those are the same. Now I can relax and I can actually tell you guys about my weekend. Do you guys get overstimulated when I talk? I feel like sometimes I overstimulate myself. We had lunch and then we went home. She had a wedding to go to. I had dinner with one of my friends that I hadn't seen since my sister's wedding 2.5 years ago. We always talk over like Instagram and like text and things like that, but we never see each other. And so I had dinner with her. Oh my God. We laughed so much. We literally laughed for like 2, 3, 4 hours at dinner. It was so much fun. And then here's where the fun comes. Here's when it's so fun to be single. Sometimes I think about it. I'm like, ugh, I just literally want to get married tomorrow. I want to get proposed to tomorrow and get married the day after tomorrow. But then, like, being single is honestly so much fun. She's in a relationship, and I find it so funny when they're like, oh, we want to set you up with this guy, we want to set you up with that guy. And like, obviously I want it too. Like, it's a lot of fun. Even if I don't think I'm going to marry this guy, it's fun, you know? It's a good time always. So, she calls her boyfriend. We discussed a few of the guys they thought would be good for me. She showed me photos. I picked actually, okay, maybe, like, what if they listen to this? Honestly, I don't care. Everyone should know the truth. How do I word this? Okay, whatever. I'm not going to say that part, just in case. She calls her boyfriend. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm about to go hang out with one of my friends. And she's like, okay, let's combine. So we combine. We meet this guy. This was her first time meeting his friend too. We meet him. He was a good time. I wish I could say more. I'm going to ask Mel if I'm allowed to say more. He's literally never going to listen to this. But yeah, it's a good thing I was tired, because you guys know I'm a yapper. Like, I yap. But this guy, he was definitely a yapper in the best way. Like, he wasn't annoying or anything. He was so sweet. But it's a good thing that I was not wanting to talk, because I'm like, fabulous. I love when I don't want to talk and other people are there that love to talk, because I'm like, then I don't really have to do anything. You literally just sit here and I'm like, yeah, same. Oh my God, same. Yeah, me too. So that was that night. I don't see myself ever going out with him, but he was so sweet. We would probably be good friends. I don't know. There's so many guys that's unfortunate that's like, we would be such good friends if you weren't literally in love with me. I'm joking. If you ask my sisters or my friends, sometimes not sometimes. A lot of the times I say things that I don't exactly mean. Like, I'll be like, oh my God, he's literally in love with me. Am I joking? Yes. But am I joking? No. He is. Like, I can't help it. It's not my fault. Not that guy specifically. I started rambling. But then Saturday was so much fun. Oh, Saturday night was honestly one of the best nights of my life, you guys. It really was one of the best nights of my life. During the day I was with Galia. We went shopping. I was supposed to go to one of my favorite jewelry brands, Icelink. I was supposed to go to their event. But I lost track of time, and something about me is, because I don't get to see my best friend very often. I've told you guys her name, Galia. I'm going to start saying Galia instead of best friend. I don't get to see Galia too often. If I could see her every day, that would be ideal. But I get to see her like once or twice a month recently. Before it was like every few months, but now it's once or twice a month, because that's how often I go to LA. And because I don't get to see her, I like kind of will drop everything to see her. I will leave a family dinner to see her. I'll do anything. So we lost track of time. I thought I would make it to the event. I didn't. I'm sad I missed it, but they're such an amazing jewelry brand. They do so many events, so many things, that I'm sure I will make it to the next one. Sorry guys, I don't want to be like glitching, so I'm making sure I drink my coffee. And I'm also trying not to, because sometimes and when I listen back, I'm like, ew, you need to stop doing that. So I missed the event, sadly. We went shopping, our usual Americana. Everybody in LA, if you live in LA, you hate Americana. If you're not from LA, you love it. That's how I see it. I love Americana. They have so many good stores. They're kind of making it like a more luxury type of mall, and I don't know why. I really don't understand why they're doing that. But now they have a Bottega and a Golden Goose and a Gucci and this Louis, this and that. So we went into Aritzia, my favorite store. Their Aritzia is my favorite. I don't love the one here for some reason. They just don't. It doesn't have the same vibes. I don't love the Century City one in LA. Is that what it's called? Something like that. But fast forward to Saturday night. I'm not gonna tell you guys too much because I'm praying. Naira comes to Vegas soon, and we can talk. The entire episode just can be about Saturday night. I think we've debriefed it 6 or 7 times already. It's Wednesday. We've already debriefed it 6 or 7 times. It was so funny. Like, funny. It was a movie. You know when people are like, last night was a movie? Bible, you guys, it was a movie. If there was a camera next to us, like, you would have dropped everything to watch it. It was insane. We went to Lavo for dinner. It was so delicious. It was literally the best Caesar salad I've had in my life. Maybe Carbone's might be like 2% better, but this was a very, very, very close second. It was so good. We had dinner, took some shots, went to Barley's. If you live in LA and you have never been to Barley's, you are missing out on an experience. I don't want to say it's the best place to go out. Like, I think my version, as somebody who's born and raised in Vegas, my version of a good night of going out and an LA person's version of a good night going out is very different. Maybe to them, that's like fun. To me, going out is like a good club with good music, singing, dancing, drinking. I think LA people like more low key. Not low key. I don't know how to describe it. Whatever. If you've never been to Barley's, it's not that it's the best place to go out and have a good time. It's the best place to have like stories for years. Every time I've been, there wasn't a lot of Armenians. I went the end of September. I went. Not a lot of Armenians. And every other time before that, not too many. Obviously, there's some. It's inevitable. It's West Hollywood. Armenians are everywhere in LA, but there was so many Armenians. Like, the entire bar was Armos. We go and we're just standing around, and literally from the second we went straight to the bar. The second we left that bar, it was just so funny. And I hate that I'm hyping it up and I'm not going to tell you guys what happened because I need Naira here. Basically, I'll give you guys a preview because I would be so mad if I was the listener and I didn't know what was going on. I'll give you guys spark notes and then we'll get into it. First, what happened first? The first hour was really boring. We were kind of just standing around and being like, okay, now what? Because we got there pretty early. We got there around 10:30, and it doesn't get fun until midnight. Anywhere you go out, it's not going to be fun until midnight. If you walk into a club at 10:30 in Vegas, the damn bouncer's not even there yet. He's still showering at home. So we walk in. Oh man, I don't know if I'll have time to answer any of the questions because I'm gonna get into the stories. I already know it. We walk in, it's a little boring. So a few times ago, I told you guys when 3 different guys came up to me and they all ended up being friends, and then one of them called me and I answered the phone saying one of their names, but it wasn't him. Do you guys remember that? I think I named him Elijah. I was like, yes, Elijah, but it wasn't Elijah. The one that called me, he he might listen to this. I just feel like he secretly listens to this, and honestly I hope he does. The one that called me and I answered the phone with the wrong name, I've seen him a few times after, and we're homies, you know, we're cool. We would probably like never go out, like never go on a date or anything, but it was cool. We're standing there, and I've seen him. I saw him last time I went there too. I think that's like his place or something. Last time I saw him, hi, bye. It was really funny actually, because last time I was at Barley's with my friends, I was talking to the bouncer. He wasn't the bouncer. He was the security guard. Literally gave us like this VIP, like we were like the queens of Barley's that day. Brought us around everywhere. He literally introduced me to every single employee at Barley's, every bouncer, every bartender. Literally would be like, meet her. If she needs anything, take care of her. This is her. If she needs anything, take care of her. We're standing with him. He's like introducing me to, and then he started calling me his wife. It was kind of crazy actually. That's when I was like, GTG. We're talking to somebody at the bar. This is last time, by the way, not last weekend, but the time before that. He's introducing me to, you know what's funny? That time I actually texted Elijah and I was like, oh, what are you doing? I'm going to be at Barley's. So I kind of invited him and then ignored him. So he came as I'm talking to this security guard, and he's like talking about me to this other person. He's like, oh, this is my wife. We got married 6 years ago. We're like, you know, we're creating like a fake story. As I'm talking to them, Elijah taps on my shoulder. Hey, how are you? Good, how are you? And he sits down. If you've been to Barley's, like the outside area where like there's like the window and you can sit there, he's sitting, just watching us have a conversation and like laughing. And then we walk away. I didn't say bye to him, anything. We didn't see him at the bar that night anymore. Fast forward to this time. We're standing in line for the bathroom, and I'm like, Naira's standing by the wall and talking to me, and I'm standing. I can kind of see everything more than she can because of the way we're standing. I look to my right, and I see Elijah walking. I look at Naira. I go, there is actually no fucking way. I was like, there is no way this is my life right now. Like, what's going on? He comes up to us. Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? He like doesn't introduce his friend. Something about me, if I'm with a friend and I'm talking to somebody, the first thing I'm going to say is, hi, this is my friend. Are you okay? Why would you not introduce your friend? I just think that's the weirdest thing. So I literally introduced myself to his friend because he was standing there looking like a dweeb, like awkward. Is dweeb like a rude word? I don't know. I'm thinking just like awkward, you know. I'm like, hi, whatever. They like walk away thinking they're so cool. He just thinks he's so cool. That's his problem. If I told you guys what he does as a hobby, okay, I'll tell you. He makes music as a hobby. And if I told you what he is, it would make even more sense. He's a Persian Jew. To those of you that are familiar with Persian Jews and how they move, I'm setting the scene for you guys. He walks away thinking he's like hot shit. I don't know where he was. We go back outside. It basically, to set the scene about Barley's, there's an inside and like an outside-ish where the bar is. So we're where the bar is. We stand. I turn around, I see him standing. Him and his friend are talking to some girl. I could care less. But yeah, I definitely could care less. I'm like standing there. My back is to him. So the entire night, I can't see anything. I cannot see anything. Naira's telling me everything that's going on. what I think somebody was maybe pranking us that night and set up speed dating for us. You guys, literally, Naira and I didn't get more than a 30-second break in between. They were in all Armenian, actually. Actually, most of them were in Armenian. We basically were speed dating. And the best part is, you guys, I literally said this. Did I talk about this last episode? Guys thrive off of zero attention. They literally levitate off of it. My back is to him. I can't see him. I didn't look back at him once. One, I don't really care. And two, this is a motto I have in life. You will make more of an effect in anything you do doing nothing rather than doing something that's like, if I turned around and gave him a dirty look or something, that was going to make him feel so good. I tell this to my mom. I tell this to everybody. You will make more of an effect doing nothing rather than doing something. Because actually it depends who you are. If you're somebody that has if you know the value you bring to something. Now I'm kind of going off topic because I'm talking about friendships actually. Something I've learned with friendships. I was talking about this with my mom yesterday. Doing less, let's say somebody is continuously treating you like shit, being a terrible friend, this and that, and you're an amazing friend. Is this still recording? Yeah. And you're an amazing friend. You are very thoughtful towards them. You do this and that. Stopping those things, just not being thoughtful, not texting them when you know they're, I don't know. Doing less is going to make them realize, wow, she was such a good friend to me, and now I feel so sad to have lost her. Rather than if I call them and I'm like, you're such a piece of shit, you're this, and that. That's when you come out to be wrong. That's when you're going to be made out to be something else. And you're going to end up being wrong in the situation. So me not turning around and literally I didn't look in his direction. You guys, I hope he sleeps well at night, because from what Naira was telling me, and Naira and I, we always tell each other, I don't like friends that will tell me what I want to hear. I'm not that kind of friend. Because I'm not the kind of friend that will tell you what you want to hear, I don't say it rudely. I'm a medium. I'm not going to say it in a super, you need to get it together type of way. I say it more in a subtle way, but I'm never going to be oh my God, he's literally standing there crying, when he's not. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. And I don't like friends that tell me what I want to hear. I want to know the truth. We're standing there and she can see him perfectly. They talk to this girl for 5 minutes and she walks away. He was literally, from what she tells me, and I'm don't tell me what I want to hear. She's no, I'm not telling you what you want to hear. He was so upset. He was so upset that I wasn't giving him attention. And honestly, good. He didn't do anything wrong to me, but I can't get too much into it. But that was fun. There was this one guy. This camera pisses me off for real. Sorry, everybody. Damn it. Okay, I have 10-ish more minutes. I'm kind of in this going out phase. For some reason, I'm loving to go out in LA. I don't know why. I don't really go out when I'm here. I think, actually, I do know why. Rephrase, I do know why. It's because when people ask me, why I love to go to LA so much, I have friends here that obviously, I have a few very close friends here. My family's here. I'm close to my friends. Okay. I have more friends here, more quantity of friends, but I'm closer to my friends in LA. The people that I love to see when I'm in LA, I'm closer to them than I am to most of my friends here. Obviously, I have Grant and this and that, and I'm very close to them, to him and the rest of my friends. But also, you know what I've been feeling like really guilty about? I haven't been seeing my friends. I want to say the last 4 or 5 months, I have not been seeing my friends. And here's what I struggle with. Like, I feel like my friends think I don't love them or I don't want to hang out with them. And I do. I love my friends so much. I've been telling, I've been talking about this the last like few weeks because it keeps just getting brought up in conversation. I don't have friends that are just like regular friends to me. If I say like this person is my friend, they are a close friend to me. Like, I just do not have time for surface friends anymore. Every friend I have and hang out with is a close friend of mine. So it's not that I don't want to hang out with them. I literally just feel like I don't have time. But that's also such an excuse and such a lie because everybody has time. You can make time no matter what. I just need to organize my days a little bit better. I have just been really busy with school and social media and this and that and like that's how I feel. And then I've been in LA every other weekend. And then when I'm here, I'm like, damn, I'm tired. I really don't want to leave my house. I want to be alone. Maybe I need to just stop being this way because I love my friends so much. I never want them to think that I don't want to see them. I'm so annoying. Okay, I'm gonna talk about one thing about dating. Let's see. It's also Prime Day. I made a really nice Prime Day list if you guys want to look at what I love. Can you guys tell when I'm being sarcastic? Can you guys like tell the difference of when I'm being sarcastic and when I'm being serious? Also, do I have a Valley Girl accent? Because I don't think so. The craziest thing to me is that people, specifically Armenians in LA, they don't realize they have an accent. It's the craziest thing to me. My sisters and I have been trying to convince them for years that you guys have an accent, and they'll be like, "Will you just sound like a Valley girl?" That it's regular English. You guys would think that these people just came from like a foreign country. They will be like, "This is what they do, bro. Wrap it up." Like they sing. I don't understand. And they don't pronounce things correctly, even though they know how to pronounce it. It really doesn't make sense to me. But do you guys think I have an accent? Okay. So let me tell you about my weekend. Right now, I'm about to go to my workout at 11. Very excited to work out. I need to get back to it. It's so bad, but I've learned to accept phases of life. Something I've learned from my sister is that there really are phases of life and you can't expect for everything to go well always. I literally was just telling Galia this. She was complaining about something and she's like, I sleep so late now and I wake up late. And before I would sleep early and wake up early and get so much done. I'm like, that is just phases of life. You're not going to have the same thing all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I used to feel so guilty. I just dropped this guilt about a month ago about not waking up at 7 a.m. Because it's just like this thing that everyone needs to wake up at 4 a.m. and work out and then get like 1.5 million things done by 9 a.m. Sorry, that's literally not me. My perfect time to wake up is 8. I need my moment to wake up. I wake up, then I start to get ready around 9. I usually leave the house, do something. I usually have like things to do. And on the other side, usually you have to think about it. It's like, okay, you sleep early and wake up early. I wake up a little bit later. You guys, Bible, I'm literally doing things on my phone or my computer until I sleep, which is like midnight. So I dropped that guilt. There's just phases of life. There's going to be phases. Like I just told you guys, I love to go out right now. When was it? The beginning of the year, I was like, I'm just not for going out. Like, I don't really like to go out like that anymore. It's just phases of life. I'm sure I don't see myself stopping this phase until like next winter. I don't know. No, probably around, I don't know. Probably January, February, I'll like not really want to go out like that. Oh, well, I can't in December. You guys, I'm so excited about my surgery. You guys. Like, when I think about it, I just sit here and I smile. I'll literally, like, I'll be looking at myself and I'm like, I'm really about to do this. I'm really about to have this, like, crazy surgery. Something I've been dying for. I keep talking about it. I'm sorry I keep talking about this surgery. I'm just so excited for it. But I won't be able to go out, like, definitely December, January. February, we're outside. We're outside. Because I'm literally gonna, like, I don't know. I want to start planning my birthday now. That's another thing I've been thinking about. I want to have an insane birthday. Like, a crazy birthday. You guys know my birthday is my most favorite day of the year. It's my favorite day of the year. Yesterday I was on live while my mom was baking, and we're talking about favorite holidays. I'm like, my favorite holiday is my birthday. And then either the week before or the week after my birthday, Naira and I want to go to Miami. And we out here in Miami because I have to go back. And no better time to go than for my birthday. You guys, I hate to wrap it up. This was honestly a really good episode. I was supposed to talk about dating, but gave you a little bit of a rundown on freaking Elijah. When you hear about the rest of this night, some guy called me brainless. Because, actually, I'm not going to get into it. Some guy was talking to me, DMing me, and then followed Naira, DM'd her, and told her that she's the prettier one. Which, actually, okay. I'm going to stop giving you guys a little bit and then not explaining it. But this weekend's going to be chill. Maybe I should hang out with my friends this weekend. I'm going to text my friends to hang out. I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.